What would be your message for people who are thinking to join us?
Don't think twice. Do it. Like Nike says, just do it. Everything happens for a reason. The opportunity is in front of you for a reason. Get in that environment, show yourself how bad you want it, and make it happen.
Hi everyone, welcome to Forex League YouTube channel. My name is Honzino, I'm support for Forex League and you are about to watch another interview with one of our lifetime members. But before we go ahead, let me show you what is lifetime membership so you are going to understand what are we going to talk about. So this is our full course membership that includes rapid signals, 2 strategies and funding. 4 weeks are swing strategy, that is what Nick is teaching on the trainings that we have with our members, and the second strategy is intraday that I am currently using and can help it to our members. And the funding. We can include funding to our membership because we own a pro firm which is currently leading in the industry. You can see more on the website, so definitely go and check more information there. So this is all about the membership, and let's go start the interview. Hi Chris, thank you for your time, and let's introduce yourself a little bit. How did you get to trading and how did you find Forex League?
I first came across trading about, I don't know, I want to say about 7, 8 years ago. Was like into the stocks and whatnot. And then actually had a buddy who told me about Forex. And from there, didn't really do nothing with it. Here and there, I would like try and do some stuff on my own, not really going out like trying to learn the strategy or anything. And then last year, 2022, I came upon Forex League, and that was a game changer. And since then, it's just been literally the best thing, lifesaver.
Nice. Where did you find us?
I think it might have been either through Discord or it might have been through social media.
Right.
Maybe I might have heard something about a prop firm and seeing that as something that's an opportunity. And then I came across Forex League. I'm like, oh, this sounds like something that everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? So it was something along those lines of how it came across.
Yeah, I see. So how long are you a member and what was your like selling point? Why did you decided to join us?
So I became a member last year. I want to say it was May or June. So I've been aboard about 6, 7, 8 months.
Right.
And the reason I fully decided to become a member was because I had an opportunity in front of me that I'm sure a lot of other people that might be in here see as well. And I had to take advantage of it. You guys had a membership with a discount going on at the time, and I realized the benefits behind it with the 10K monthly challenge and whatnot. And I realized like I said, everything happens for a reason, and this is the time to do it. That's what got me.
Nice. So how was the full course when you joined? Because at that time you actually were trading, so I don't believe there was something new for you. So as you were having some experience, how was the course for you?
Yeah, before I came across the Forex League, I didn't have any sort of community at all. I didn't have any friends that traded. I didn't have like no one in my environment was into what I'm into.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I would say that's probably another reason on why, like, just seeing the benefit of like what's there as a member, and then not only that, but being able to get that community just was another game changer for me, because I wasn't able to see the perspectives that I see now, where you're seeing not only just your perspective on trades, but everyone else in this environment, which is incredible.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
helpful.
I agree to see like what other people are doing, not necessarily like copy what are they doing, but just the perspective, what are they doing, what works for them. And then, try it, evaluate, okay, and take pieces and pieces together.
Yeah, exactly. Because not everybody's got the same time frame, not everybody's got the same style.
Right.
And there's many, many different ways to trade. So it's just being able to see like what's out there. You know what I mean? Being able to see, okay, he uses this strategy. Let me see what I can do with this strategy. Yeah.
So was it the first course for you at the time?
It was, this is the first course that I've ever been a part of. Yeah. First member.
Right.
First time.
So what was the experience like? How is the course structured? Is it easy to understand? How is the videos? What is included there?
As far as the course goes, it is, you nailed it right on the tee there. Easy, very easy to understand. With the videos in there, it's very helpful as well, very detailed. Everything is set up perfectly for you. Yeah, I would say I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever.
Amazing. Right.
Great stuff.
Right. So Then what is included in a membership are the rapid signals. How is your experience with them? Are you using it or you follow your strategy?
So rapid signals can come in helpful, especially if you're busy and whatnot. You don't necessarily have the time to be getting on the charts like you want to. Definitely nice to have that. And what I mainly use it for is like a back test for me, trying to make sure and see that I'm on the same, I guess, wavelength or mindset that signals are being posted, which is very good confirmation for me.
Right. You get the direction and the idea.
Exactly.
Right.
Knowing that I'm on the right path, knowing that, yeah.
Right, cool. And sometimes you take it if you are busy, sometimes not.
Exactly. Yeah. Like there's times where like I don't have the time to be looking at the charts and being able to like fully get into detail and like literally what the rapid signal posts. I don't have time to do that on my own. So I'll get in there. I'm like, okay. But I'll still, after it's posted, of course, I'm still going to go in and like double check and I'm not just going to go in and think like still going to go in there and put your own little twist on it and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. So you understand why is it posted, you understand the analysis behind and the idea. And
exactly. Yeah.
right.
I'm just going to go in there and be like, oh, click. Like you got to get the whole learning process in.
Yeah, that's good to mention it because I think that many people misunderstand signals, right? Most of the people they just think, okay, they're gonna pay for the signals and copy paste it, and it's gonna make them money. But they really should understand why the signals is posted, so you understand the logic behind it. Maybe you can learn something even, and most importantly, you know how to manage the trade, right? Because just because it's a signal, 100%. Doesn't mean like price will go there. You really have to keep managing the signals on your own and evaluate, okay, should I close it or not? What's going on, right? So yeah, definitely it's good you mention it.
I guess like for someone who isn't really like aware of how that works, a good thing to do would be look at a signal. And if you can't figure out why that signal is made, like you understand, like kind of pick it apart and see why. If you can't figure that out, you got some work.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Like that's kind of what I mean by my back testing. Like that's what I've done. I'm like, all right, we're good. That's what I need.
Yeah, good advice. Yeah, right. Like in a trading, you use the long short tool, put it there, and now see what is structure, support resistance, something, and route. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
100%.
So next is webinars. What would you say about the webinars? I know you are joining time to time. That's good to see you there always. So could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I definitely do try my best to get in on the webinars. I do. It doesn't 100% work fully around my schedule, but there's times where I do have the opportunity to get in there. And I'll tell you one thing. If there's a place to be, it's them webinars because you got all these members talking about everything that they got going on. All that information is being exchanged. All you're doing is gaining more and more knowledge for yourself and your portfolio. It is the place to be. And not only that, but you're also building a community. You're a lot of times too, like a lot of these people that I talk with, it's like I'm building a friendship. That's what that's what it is too. Like that community. Like
we have great relationships in our community. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Like I was mentioning, it's nice to have like that, like a close friend or someone like, you know what I mean? So having that community of the Discord and not having it in like my actual like friend and environment and like my personal life, very, very helpful.
Yeah, it is. I 100% agree because as you mentioned in the beginning, right, you were alone. You didn't have anybody to trade with or, talk about like just trading because, if you would start talking about trading to your friend, he would be like, what are you talking about, right? On the webinars, we can discuss anything we want. And also sometimes, about our personal life, where we are from, what we are doing and so stuff. And we have a great, like, close group of people, members who are showing up every single week. So you really get, in touch and close, and it's great to have a friend. So
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, like seeing like what are they doing, and you have the, the beginners and the funded members at the same place where they can ask them any questions and see what are they doing, because as you mentioned, there is so many ways how you can trade, but not only the strategy, but also the risk management, psychology, how they are facing this, how are they, figure out. And then you see how the funded members are also going to like different stages of the psychology as they are going further and further. It's just, you can't just get this information if you are alone.
Yeah, like a lot of it comes down to the psychology of it and just being able to maintain that and have that patience and the correct risk to reward and just getting in there and realizing that you have a great opportunity in front of you that you need to take advantage of.
Right. Yeah, agree.
And that community is just, oh yeah, can't say
Amazing.
enough about those webinars.
Yeah, so that's the next question actually, the community support help. So if you were working on a course, I might mention there are some homeworks, there are things to do, so we get some feedback. If you had some questions, is there some support or place to go to? What would you do?
This must be a rhetorical question. I'm just kidding. But no, I say that because anytime that I've had questions to, or even if like you might be on vacation or something, there's someone that'll get back to you within days. I mean, I know sometimes you people may want it back within hours or this and that, but everybody got to realize that
Yeah,
falls around you. Everybody's got to work together. And
I'm
yeah,
there. I always say
the
like,
Hanzino is the man. Let's just put it that way.
thanks.
Without
No, I love my
him,
job.
we
I'm
wouldn't.
there all the
Yeah,
time.
we wouldn't have that support.
I'm all the time, and I'm often I'm sleeping only, really. Like even I'm go
Yep.
outside or something, I always, check the phone. Now I have to actually set my routine that at 8 p.m. I have to stop watching the messages because then I would, keep working like 24 hours 7, and it's,
Yeah,
it would be
I
crazy.
feel that.
Yeah,
That's
same
actually a
same with the
smart way to do
morning.
it. Yeah.
Same with the mornings. I always like wake up and the first thing messages and said no, I can't just do that. Just I have to have me time. It's just not
Yeah,
healthy. So
exactly.
now I kind of like put the working
You
hours
gotta
for me.
celebrate it all.
Yeah, but
Yes.
yeah, I just love helping. So I'm always
But
happy to be
I'll tell
there.
you one thing that's for sure, Hans, we all very much appreciate you,
Well,
to
thank
say the
you. Yeah, I hope
least.
so. I do my best. I do my best. Yeah. So yeah, let's move on.
We-
So what would be the advice for people who are busy but they want to start trading? Because I know you are a little bit busy, you have a full schedule. How do you go about it?
I guess honestly, pretty much what you've told me, and that was like one of the kickers that it's like, how bad do you want it? Like for me, it was knowing that like I could take another route, but it's me knowing that like if I go full into this, like I'll get where I want to get to. So it's like, yeah, you may be busy and whatnot, but you got to realize if you put that extra time you got to yourself into, it's just like having any side gig.
Yeah.
You put that extra work in, and it's gonna pay off.
Exactly. Yeah. So it definitely true. Like you wanna have a good night, have a good sleep, and go sleep like at 9, or you wanna put the 1 hour for the trading, do back testing, whatever, and go sleep at 10. Like
Better than
the same.
nothing. You know
If
what I mean?
some people they might do it in the morning, right? If you really
Yeah.
want it bad, I don't see it as the big problem. Like or struggle to wake up 1 hour early or stay 1 hour
Mm-hmm.
late for something that has huge potential for your future, right? It's like,
Exactly.
as you said, like how bad you want it. Is it something that you are willing to be awake 1 more hour or wake up 1 hour early? And it's everyone's choice. Like
Exactly.
we have a
100%.
members and they are in the London session. They wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning to join the webinars. Like
Mm-hmm.
how bad you
Exactly.
want
How
it.
bad?
Like because they know
Exactly.
like the knowledge we share there is just, and that's why the webinars are recorded sometimes and posted in the course, right? For people who are also they really get the knowledge we share. Sometimes it's sometimes like three
And
hours
I could see
webinar and
that
it just
100% too. Like seeing the different positions people might be in life too, like
yeah
in other countries and whatnot too. Like, heck yeah. Like if can, I just like some other shoes knowing like, yeah, that is one
right
amazing opportunity that
yeah. I haven't done it
definition
once.
of actually really wanting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I usually do on the weekends or anytime like at 8, 9 in nighttime and just do back testing and figure out because it's in my head. It's when I get into something, I said, oh my God, is this setup playing out that often when it's something, if I have some questions, I really need an answer and I'm in it, and no matter like what time it is,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
my girlfriend, she could talk about that late night back testing. Not paying
I still
attention
say
to her.
how you're always doing it.
Yes, not
Yeah.
always, but yeah, those in past. When I started the strategy that I'm using now, it's been like I was full in a backtesting all the time, 3 months,
Mhm.
every single day, morning to evening, all the time. No kidding, every single day. It was just it was the drive, man, drive and
And
passion.
it's
And
that's like what a lot of people don't realize. Like that's what you got to go through in order to realize that like what you're doing, the work you're putting in is the work you should be, everything's working for you. Like if you're back testing for 1, 2, 3, 4 months straight, and most of the time you're doing it, it's working out, you can probably realize, like you did, like, oh, okay, I don't need to
Right.
back
Yeah.
test as much. I realize my strategy's working. Like,
Yeah.
it's that hard work that, like, a lot of people just
Yes.
want it to, like, all work out
Open
for them. They don't
trades.
realize that you
Yeah.
got to go put that work in yourself.
Yeah, it's like exactly like trading is not only about like opening trades, right? Before we start recording, you mentioned, right, you start journaling, right? Members knows I'm a
Mm-hmm.
huge fan. Like I also made videos about how I create my journal and everything, and it also help you like journaling,
Oh
backtesting.
yeah,
Those
most
are the
definitely.
things that people have to understand. It trading required this time. It's not about opening trades, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's all like you mentioned here with the journaling. I remember, like, I'm not gonna lie, I can be lazy, and I remember whenever I wasn't journaling, like anytime I would like ask a question or something, somebody would always mention something about journaling, and I'm like, all right, I really need to get into journaling. Ever since liftoff,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
You
I've
and you are
probably
not
been journaling. I've been with you guys for about 6 to 8 months. I've probably been journaling for at least like 2 to 3 months now, and those 2 to 3 months, which is
opens your
from
eyes.
December to February, to 3 totally different accounts than whenever I
Yeah,
first started.
yeah.
Exactly.
And you are not the only member.
Like that
Anyone who
community, like
discover
you're
journaling,
saying.
it's yeah. Well, yeah. Let's move on. So let's a bit talk about the psychology. So I know you were failing the free challenges right at the time, and now you pass them. So what was the breakthrough? Like, what kept you going? What is your motivation?
For me, it was knowing that I'm not going to give up, because I mean, I've already been in it this long. I've had multiple times where I've been successful. It was just me realizing that, like, I have things that I'm doing that isn't correct. So let's figure those things out.
Right.
And what those things were for me was just not being able to have patience, not being able to journal my trades, just I guess the whole not having the patience, not having the correct risk reward, just all of it, like, so much I can't even put into words. Like,
Yeah, like there are many things a trader have to figure it out, right? That's why it takes so long time, and it's not like overnight success, because there is risk management. You have to figure
exactly.
out your psychology a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. That's why the journaling is like when you're painting a picture. I've been always saying that. Once you start painting picture, at first, like you can't understand what is it, but if you keep doing it, then you understand what the picture is about, and then you understand what does
Exactly.
it
You
mean
understand how the
for you.
picture comes together, how it's created.
All right, so let's move on. So, do you educate yourself about psychology? Like you read books, or maybe podcast?
I haven't very much so, but I do have seizures, so that's kind of got me like really into in depth with things. Like the perspective I've had before versus the perspective I have now on just not only trading but a lot of things is
Right.
like I have a lot of conversations with people, and there's a lot of people who like don't get as much into depth as I do. And a lot of them mention something like, you should talk to a psychologist or something like that. And I'm like not in a bad way or anything, just because I'm like, I love learning. I love new things. Like, I love picking apart and seeing why things work. Like, exactly what we're saying. Like,
Yeah.
just being
Same.
able to pick it apart and see why, like with the signals, you get a signal and then you're like, why did they give me the signal? What's going on?
Right.
So it's like, yeah, the
Basically,
whole,
basically be curious, asking questions, ask right
exactly.
questions, and finding the answers. It's all about trading,
Yeah.
right?
And
Finding
if you're
answers.
asking the right questions, because then you don't get a wink from Hanzino.
Thanks. I mean, I love
Uh,
psychology. It's generally life. It's just asking questions, find the answers. That's all about, right? Why
exactly.
it works, why it doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right, let's move on. So regarding to psychology, what was the difference between the free challenges and the phase one you have now?
I would say whenever I first started the phase one or the free challenge, I was willing to risk maybe a little bit more than 1%. Because that's my strategy. I try and not risk any more than 1 to 2%. And for me, like once I got into the phase one from the free challenge, it was like, okay, let me just stick to 1%. Let me get more consistent. Because I wasn't honestly 100% aware that we had the free challenge and then a phase 1 and then a phase 2. I was thinking it was a free challenge and then funded, which after realizing you got a phase 1 and phase 2, I'm like, it makes 100% sense. Of course, they want to see the consistency, which is why I broke it down from, like, I'd say I go 1 to 2 at the beginning because I need to get there. You know what I mean? Of course, I can go maybe 2 or 3, but I like to be a little bit more, I guess, conservative. So I'd go 1 to 2 with the free. And then once I get phase 1, then I'm like 1.5, 2, 1. It all depends on like
on the setup. That's
on the
good.
trade, on the setup. Like, like I'll mix it up. Like it's my ratio, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of factors.
Right. I also started to adjusting my risk according to setup. I think that makes sense too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I remember whenever I first started versus whenever I got into the Forex League community, being able to also realize what the position size calculator does and like not try and think it all out on your own.
All right. Yeah.
Very, very helpful. Like realizing not all the currencies are gonna have the same with the lot size and whatnot. It's like yeah.
Many things there. Yeah, same like you can close half positions on your phone, right? I also discovered long after I was trading. It's like, wow, that's very convenient, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Because most of the time, like I don't really want to get on the charts unless I'm near either my laptop or my computer. But if I'm in it, like you're saying, if I'm in it already and I can close that on my, or maybe edit it, or you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you're saying, very, very convenient. Yes.
It is. Right. All right. Yeah. So what would be your message for people who are thinking to join us?
Don't think twice. Do it. Like Nike says, just do it. It's everything happens for a reason. The opportunity is in front of you for a reason. Get in that environment, show yourself how bad you want it, and make it happen.
Right. Great. Yeah, I think, investment is required in any business.
I had like a lot of coworkers that I would talk to it about at UPS and whatnot, who might be a little younger. They're looking for, you know what I mean? They're on the Fidelity app, looking at all these stocks and on the cryptos and this and that. So I'll just mention something about it. And I probably mentioned at least 5 times each of them how during the holiday season, you guys had like a 60% off full-time membership, and it was $3.99. And I was telling them, I'm like, you're my little brother. I'm like, you guys got to take advantage of this. But they don't see from the perspective that I see from. They haven't had a niche in the environment to understand. And I can understand, like, once I have my funded and I'm able to get more of those profits in,
right? Exactly.
It's going to click for us. Yeah, exactly. So
you can show them the
it's just
simple
me. Like I like to be very helpful. I love to spread love. You know what I mean? So I get excited and I love telling people about things. A lot of times people look at that stuff as a scam, unfortunately, because that's a lot of how the world works. But that's why, like, it comes, like, say, we're talking psychology earlier. Like, you got to go in there and find out for yourself.
Right. Exactly. Well, once you make some profits, you can show them the simple math, how much you pay for the membership and how much you made.
Exactly.
Good
I
returns.
tell them all the time, but they're just like, right. They'll see.
They will see.
It takes patience.
Everyone. Exactly.
We've come a long way, that's for sure.
Definitely.
That's all right, man. I would say it doesn't happen overnight, but it happens.
No, that's why
Don't
only
be
few
afraid.
people
Get out there and go after it.
Yeah.
I've been trying 6-8 months.
Yeah, that's takes
and
time.
We're finally there.
And now you made it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Step by step.
Patience pays off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, buddy.
Right. So I appreciate your time, man. Thanks a lot. And I will see you in a chat.
Sounds good, brother. Appreciate the interview, my man.
Right. Yeah. Bye.
All right, brother.